Good day, friends. Today we're going to talk about removing a large decal and replacing it with several smaller decals. This wrap I bought roughly 6 months ago. I bought it through Amazon from an outfit called Flagwicks. It was a $50 wrap. I really love this graphic, but in a short 6 months, it's starting to crack and look ugly. I had some problems putting it on. I ended up with some creases because of the curves in the tailgate. So for that reason, I'm going to remove this wrap. I have bought the 5 seals for the 5 armed forces of the United States. They will go across the bottom of this tailgate, and above it will be the text that says all gave some and some gave all. All right, through the magic of the video, this is the next day. I've removed the tailgate from the truck. I've removed all of the hardware that was in the way for removing the wrap. I have, by using my heat gun, I've loosened the edges all the way around. Now I'm going to start at a given corner, heat and pull back the wrap. I'll work from each corner towards the middle until I've removed the entire wrap. So I'll heat this. I can pull on it until it becomes difficult to pull. Then I will heat the glue again and just keep working it one section at a time. You can see it comes right off as long as you get the glue kind of warm. Be careful not to get this too hot and blister your paint. All right, now that the wrap has been completely removed, the next step is I'm going to clean any residual glue using Goo Gone so that it does not damage my paint. right, so the next thing I'm going to do is get out my tape measure and my masking tape and lay out the decals the way I want them, and then I can apply them. All right, so we've removed the wrap. We've cleaned all the paint so that any glue residue is gone and the surface is clean and ready to accept the new decals. I've used masking tape and my tape measure to get all the decals laid out exactly where I want them. Got the spacings like I want. So now we're going to actually apply the decals. First one we're going to do is the text across the top. This is a really long, skinny decal, so I like to use the Hinge method, and we use water with a little tiny bit of soap in it. This greatly reduces any risk of bubbles and the decal not sticking where you want it to stick. So my beautiful bride is going to assist me with this. I strongly recommend that you have help doing this, otherwise you're going to have problems. We need the scissors. All right, so the way we do this, I have it taped in the middle. That's the hinge for the Hinge method. So you lift this up, you spray a little bit of soapy water on the paint. Go ahead. And then when you're peeling the backing off to reduce the chance of the decal sticking to itself, you actually spray a little soap on the decal itself. For some reason, the backings, there we go. All right, so you have a backing and you have a front, because these are individual letters, so the front keeps the letters together while you're applying the decal. So we're going to separate the backing, get very, very close to our hinge point, cut the backing off, and then just apply the decal in a nice straight line. Then you use a squeegee with felt on it so you don't scratch anything, and you wipe your liquid out from center to the outside edge. This works the liquid out so that it does not get trapped. Okay, now we're going to do the other end exactly the same way. This one's being a little bit uncooperative as well. Okay, so now we want to remove the hinge so that we can get all the way to where we cut the backing. Now again, from the center towards the end, this will lay it down nice and smooth, no bubbles, no wrinkles. And the moisture allows us to pick it up and move it if we need to. And again, use my squeegee. So the next step with this decal is, because we use the wet method, we want the decal to dry a little bit before we pull the top coat off. Next, we'll do one of the seals. They're a little bit different configuration. I also like to use the hinge method on these so that they don't move. All right, so this is a seal. It's 9 inches across. I've measured it in such a way to cover the 3 holes that are in my tailgate. This is where the Ram's Head logo went on this particular pickup. It's an alignment so that the Ram's Head sits in the middle. So once again, I've built a hinge here on the fold. Separate the front from the back. A little water on the paint. A little bit, a tiny bit of water on our decal. Cut the backing. And then again, from the center out, lay our decal out. Squeegee from the center out. There is an indentation here that I'm kind of working on a little bit. Then we will remove our hinge. These are little pieces of tape I use to hold the decal where I measured it. Once again, separate the backing.
Spray you.
No, you didn't spray nothing.
See what on there.
Okay, from the center down this edge to the rest of the tailgate. Center out. Okay, the other 4 will be done the same way. We'll let these set for about an hour, and then we'll pull the top pieces off. All right, so it's been roughly 45 minutes, a little over, since I applied the text to the top. What I'm going to do now is, we want to remove the clear protective top layer. We're going to do this kind of slowly. Don't want to lift the text off. This is where your felt covered squeegee is important because once we pull the protective layer off, a regular plastic squeegee might scratch your decal. When you pull this off, you want to pull it back onto itself. That gives you a sharp fold. That sharp fold helps the decal stay stuck. As you're removing it, keep your squeegee handy, and it allows you to press the decal slowly but steady. The letter lifts up, go back and separate it from your top layer and press it down with your squeegee. This text comes from a online company called carstickers.com. They do a tremendous job on this text. This is the second lettering that I have bought from them. I also have text on the back of my RV, along with a custom decal they did of a graphic that was drawn for us to use, and they done a tremendous job on that stuff. They're also very, very quick. They're located in Oregon. So if you need lettering done, give them a chance. Okay, so that's all there is to it. If you have any contours or places that you need to work the decal into, this is when you're going to work it in to make sure that it stays stuck. You'll also notice that there is still some moisture in here. Getting this top off helps your decal dry. And your glue to stick. I may have Done this a little bit early. But as long as you're careful. You want to do your pulling as close to the fold as you can. Just make sure that that fold is a nice sharp fold. Which helps remove the backing or remove the text or whatever your decal is. So now I'll remove the rest of them and we'll be ready to let it dry. And this is the finished product. This is the tailgate on the truck. As a continuing theme, I have these flags on each fender. I have these decals which match our Momentum fifth wheel toy hauler. I also put decals on the hood to match the toy hauler, and I also have a POW MIA decal on the hood, and then of course the other side is just like the first side. Okay, hopefully this helps you if you need to remove a large wrap and replace it with some different decals.